Okay, so picture this, a Valentine's Day romance that takes a seriously dark turn. We're talking a chilling story of crime, corruption, and, believe it or not, supernatural revenge. Yeah, we're about to dive into a tale where love is just a cover for something way, way more sinister. And that question, right there, it just hangs over this whole story. We're introduced to this guy who seems to have it all. I mean, the absolute picture of success. But as you can probably guess, there's a monstrous secret lurking just under the surface, and it is ready to blow up and collide with a past he thought was long gone. All right, let's pull back the curtain and meet our antagonist, the wealthy industrialist, Ankit Jha. This guy is surrounded by just insane luxury, but behind that glittering, perfect facade, a really dark and disturbing reality is starting to take shape. So, check this out. On one side, you've got Ankit Jha's world, right? We're talking a luxury penthouse with ocean views, a whole fleet of supercars. He's the perfect image of a powerful CEO. But then, on the other side, the city is telling a totally different story. A story of grim police investigations, a growing stack of missing persons files, and just this fear spreading through the streets. You just know these two worlds are on a collision course. So here's Ankit just sipping his morning coffee, probably enjoying the view from his terrace. And then a text comes in, a simple two-word message that just shatters that whole perfect illusion, dispatch tonight. And with that one command, his world of luxury is suddenly connected to the dark, criminal stuff happening down in the city's shadows. So while Ankit is busy managing his empire, there's a dedicated team of detectives on the ground, and they're starting to piece together a really disturbing puzzle. They're finding a pattern in all these missing persons cases, and it's pointing to something way more sinister than just random violence. For the investigators, this is the million-dollar question. Are these just random, tragic kidnappings, or is there something much more organized, much more sinister at play here? So they start digging into the victims, trying to find any kind of link. And they find one, a chillingly specific pattern. All the victims are young women between 18 and 20 years old, all from underprivileged families. But here's the detail that just sends a shiver down their spines. Every single one of them is disabled. This is no coincidence at all. It's a calculated, predatory profile. So, just as it feels like the police are starting to close in, a brand new, mysterious figure enters Ankit's life. And this, right here, is where the story takes a sharp turn. The predator is about to meet his match. He's in the market for a new personal assistant, and one resume really catches his eye, a woman named Ayesha. And he realizes he knows her. Well, he's seen her. He remembers her from a club just the week before. He was totally captivated and then super confused when she just vanished into the night. And now she's walking right into his office. So during her interview, it's Asha who brings it up first. She completely puts Ankit on the back foot. I mean, she is confident, she's calm, and she is clearly in control of this whole situation. That directness, it's both alluring and, a little unnerving for him. So of course, Ankit presses her about why she disappeared from the club. And her response? It's so cryptic, so suggestive, it just completely hooks him. It deepens the whole mystery around her. He literally hires her on the spot, completely drawn into a game he has no idea he's even playing yet. So now, with Ayesha on the inside of his operation, the walls of Ankit's carefully built empire, they start to crumble. The pressure just starts mounting from every single direction. And then, everything just unravels in one single chaotic day. It kicks off at night, when his port manager is murdered under these bizarre, almost supernatural circumstances. By morning, his cargo ship is all over the news, a total scandal. Then, in the afternoon, some junior inspectors actually link him to the kidnappings, but they get shut down by their superior and Inspector Dalvi. And then, by that evening, that very same inspector is meeting with Ankit in secret. So why would Inspector Dalvi shut down the investigation? Well, it's because he's on Ankit's payroll. He's not meeting Ankit to arrest him. He's there to demand a bribe. 10% of the profits to make the whole case just go away. Yeah, the corruption goes right to the top. Okay, so everything is converging on Valentine's night. Ankit, thinking he's about to have a romantic date with Ayesha, drives her out to a deserted cargo port, the very heart of his entire criminal operation. And right there, under the shadows of all those cargo containers, the masks finally come off. First, Ayesha reveals her true identity. She's a journalist, and it turns out Ankit had tried to have her killed because she was exposing his human trafficking ring.
The twist? He killed her twin sister by mistake. And in response, Ankit, he drops his own horrifying truth. The trafficking? That's just a cover. His real business is smuggling morphine. He uses disabled girls as mules because, as he says, they're less likely to get searched. And then, in his own words, he disposes of them.
So at this exact moment, with all the truths out in the open, the corrupt Inspector Dalvey shows up to help Ankit finish the job. And this is where the story just plunges from a crime thriller straight into full-blown supernatural horror.
Just as Ankit moves in to kill Aisha, these ghostly figures of his victims start to materialize out of the shadows. Before anyone can even process what's happening, a massive crane hook swings down out of nowhere, impaling Inspector Dalvey and hoisting his body high up into the night sky. It is swift, it is brutal, and it is absolutely supernatural. And then, the ghosts turn their attention to a terrified Ankit.
For Ankit and for Dalvey, there's just no escape. The very forces they unleashed have come back for them, and they are here to deliver a final, horrifying verdict.
In the aftermath, a news report comes out confirming the deaths of both Ankit and Dalvey. Their entire criminal operation is totally exposed. And in just this amazing moment of relief, the kidnapped girls are found in the shipping containers and they are rescued, all of them alive. The case, officially, is closed.
The official legal system here was completely corrupted. It totally failed to deliver any kind of justice. Instead, justice was seized by the vengeful spirits of the victims themselves. And that leaves us with a pretty haunting question, doesn't it? When the law is broken and justice is up for sale, is the only real consequence the kind that comes from